Raymond,
Thanks, my man.
stand by. I'm making you the presenter. It's been quite a while since you and I had a conversation, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I've just passed you the baton, so looking forward to hearing your voice and seeing your screen. We could talk about what's on your radar. I also want to catch up with you, buddy. I think I hear you at a party.
Hi, Daddy.
People around? Okay, Raymond,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Hi, Dale. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Great to talk to you again. How long's it been?
A year and a half.
Okay. So I know you're from Ghana, and one of your goals and missions was to make Forex more awareness of being able to trade as a way for people to lift themselves out of stagnant situations and possible not great employment opportunities. So how's that been going for you? What have you been doing the last year and a half?
Well, pretty much the same thing. We've been training a lot of people. We are trying to start up a money management. We used to manage some money, but we want to do it a more organized way. But most of our time has been taken by training services. We have a training center, and that we have individuals coming in almost every day for some training.
Okay. So you actually have a physical location for people to come and
exactly.
That's like a classroom.
Yes, we do have with a computer setup for people to download the platforms and learn how to trade.
So how many people do you have attending that or in the classroom?
Okay, because it's a daily thing. Today we had 4 people, and then it's in that number. You know, we have 4 or 5 people every single day coming in for training, and the training is supposed is 8 weeks, and each section is just an hour.
So what are your main teachings, Raymond, that you're sharing with people that come in? I know you have to cover a lot of the basics, like, what is Forex, what is leverage, but when it gets to the trading aspect of teaching people, what kind of methodologies are you sharing with them? What are you teaching them?
Well, we basically looking at trend following and momentum-based strategies, but they are trend following strategies. We want to be very simple, not complicated. There are a lot of complicated systems out there. They also work pretty well, but however, we believe in the simplicity of things, and then we use a few oscillators, few indicators for traders to learn, master, and then
why don't you show your setup so I could see what you're sharing with people?
Okay, basically, do you see my screen, my Excel sheet?
Yeah, I see.
All right, so it starts from here. When you start the technical bit, we want people to understand what the ATR is, and they start first by measuring the ATR. So for the daily trades, because we learn how to trade on the daily chart and then the hourly chart as well. So that depending on your work schedule or change in environment or change in anything, you can trade the daily charts, or you can trade intraday if you're not working, or you are young graduates from a university. You focus on the intraday time frame so that it becomes a skill that you can build and it becomes your job. However, we have some engineers, some supervisors, some medical doctors coming in for trading, and these guys work in the daytime, so they focus, or we make sure we teach them the daily end of day trading so that they trade on the daily chart, so that they are free to do their work as in original work. So we start from here, where we teach people to go to the chart and look for the ATR settings. If it's a monthly chart, if you can see my cursor. So
I can. So I'm not sure about the time zone you're in. What time is it there right now?
Well, it's afternoon. It's 2:05 afternoon. 2:05.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are you mainly are you up early enough to trade Europe and then the U.S.? Are those
Yeah,
the two sessions?
interestingly, Ghana has the best clock in the world because we see the whole of London and we see the whole of US, New York. So we have the best clock. We have the best clock. So by 7 o'clock, we are behind our charts. And then up to about 9 p.m. in the evening, when New York is going to sleep, we can set up our daily trades. So we have the best clock in the world. Maybe you should move to Ghana and start trading from Ghana.
Okay.
So
Look,
basically,
you know what? That actually is a good reason, you know, because many time zones aren't as forgiving.
Exactly.
And they cut into your living your life. So, okay. So it's afternoon there, and go ahead. You're talking about your ATRs.
Yeah, so basically, all traders must understand the ATR, how to read the ATR. Interestingly, MT4s have a challenge. MT4 is one of the most popular platforms. However, it has its own challenge in the sense that most of the MT4s around don't give you precise ATR readings. Some of them will give a very low reading. Some of them will give an average reading. However, we found one of the MT4s that give very good ATR reading. Albeit, if you're not sure of the ATR readings, you can check TradingView that gives very accurate ATR readings, which Dale use a lot. And then NetDania, I have been using NetDania for 9 years. You can get very accurate ATR readings from there. So far, it's only one MT4 platform that we realized that the ATR readings are equal to what is on TradingView and what is on.
Okay, so once you've defined
so once you define
different time frames on your ATR, what do you teach about that? That people can only look for about 50% of an ATR.
Okay,
go ahead.
That's good. Before I move to my chart, traders should be looking at dividing the ATR into 3 sections. We have the 75%, we have the 25%, and 20%. Now, the 75%, we call that a probable range. That is, if there's a setup, the setup is likely to travel effectively and quickly within the 75% of the existing ATR. And then within that, we are looking at making 25% of that. So, for example, if the total ATR and to take a daily trade on a daily chart, we use a monthly ATR, and then the 75% is the probable range. So, if you have a trade, you're looking at making 104, and then you're looking at risking 83 pips, which is a 20% of the ATR. So, if you have a setup and if you measure the high of the period, not the particular candle, we'll get to the charts soon, and then the close, and then it consumes all the 75% of the probable range. Even though your target will be within the monthly ATR, you don't have to take the trade because the probability of you failing or of you getting your profit has been drastically reduced. So in that vein, you have to ignore the trade. This part is very important and it's deep in statistics, so it makes it very comfortable when you're trading. So let me look at something here. All right. Anyway, let me just use this one quickly and I can drop it down. This is my live chart. So for example, let's use this. If you're trading on the chart and then you have a set, okay, we look at a few indicators, 72 moving average, we look at the MACD, we look at the RSI, and we look at the CCI. For example, if there's a position here to be taken, okay, and what we do, we measure the close here to the low, okay, 104 or 105 pips going away, and this bears total ATR is 205. So you measure, you know the probable range on the hourly, so it's 206. So it's done 105. So you're left with about 50 pips, give or take 50 pips in there. Now your target is 51 pips, pretty close. It's a trade you can take because it's almost within the probable range. However, if the market had moved, let's say 190 or 200 pips, that means it's consuming the whole ATR and it's going beyond the probable range. So no matter how juicy and how nice it looks like, it's not a trade you should be interested in entering. So these are the two trades. I know earlier on I thought we could discuss it, but I guess I got the time wrong. So basically, those are the things we look at. We look at what is expected of the. We measure it from the periods with the help of the MT4 period separator. If you have a setup here, you have to measure the close and then the low within the section. That will give you an idea of how much PIP is gone. Then when you subtract it from your 75% probable range, it tells you how much is left. If how much is left is within your target, the 25% target, then you have a trade. So this is very robust. It helps to trade and it helps to taking batteries. Similarly, if you go onto the monthly chart, okay, for demonstration purposes, this chart is the same approach. You take your ETF from the monthly, and then you take your trade here. And over here, we don't really use much of the moving average. We can sometimes draw one or two trend lines, but the main idea is after backtesting the market from 1986 to now, we fortunately had a backtesting software we call Prosper. It's Prosper. It's designed by a company in New Zealand, and part of this is in Malaysia. The company is called T-Mata. It's run by a gentleman who's been trading as long as you have been trading. It's called Wayne McDonald. No, Wayne. Yeah, it's Wayne. So he designed software.
Wayne does NFPs on FX.
No, not Wayne FX NFPs. It's another Wayne. It's another Wayne.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's another Wayne.
I have to say that this is a very, at least from people I've interviewed, and I'm closing in on 1,000. You're the first guy that the foundation of their methodology is ATR. So interesting that this, everything stems from knowing what a market can do based on ranges on different time frames. Very, kudos to you, Raymond.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just to digress. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just to digress a bit, I feel you should have a special certificate from Dale Pinkert, because I believe that irrespective of how long you've been in the market, if you have not been in the market for more than 30 years, I think everybody should still take a few days with Dale to get a special Dale Pinkert certificate.
All right.
That would be a nice idea, just for 2 days.
You're getting yours today. So I hope you have a nice.
Okay.
You're getting yours today. I hope you find a nice place to hang it over your.
I will. So
it's an 8x10 glossy autographed picture.
I would love it.
All right.
I'm serious, though. You have to send it to me. I'm going to bring it to you today and take a picture and send back to you.
Good to have fans. So
yeah, because we pick a lot from you. Your courage beyond your trading capabilities, also your spiritual part motivates a lot of us here. So I look at your work all the time, and then there's one just digressing a bit. We'll come back. There's the two people you've interviewed that I really like their work. Lydia Finkley. I really like her work. And there's one who you're yet to interview on F.A.C.E. You interviewed him at Lab. Just an engineer, Chris Shivakio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are the only two that, they blow my mind anytime I listen to them. Very interesting.
Okay. Who's Chris with nowadays? Wasn't he with FX Daily for a long time?
No, Chris Shivakio is not. He runs Shivakio Capital. I think I can find him here for you.
All right. Well, just send me his Twitter handle when you have a chance later, and I'll invite him.
Yeah, exactly. You interviewed him while this is his face. You can see his face. Do you remember him?
Okay. Oh yeah, Chris, the stock market guy. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
He does great work. Very disciplined. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I knew
we called him the disciplined engineer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so are you trading because he mainly covers stocks and the stock market.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
So you're trading other instruments besides FX.
Well, the side effects, sometimes we go into indices a bit, but the main focus is on FX because with FX, there are a lot of moves you can get to jump on a lot of moves, and it's
Yeah.
easier to trade FX. With FX, I'm a technician, so I don't really look to the news. Even though we have Bloomberg TV in our office, I don't really watch it. It's just for customers to excite their eyes and watch, but I don't really care about the news because there's too much information there I cannot digest, I cannot process. So I look at the numbers, and
Yeah.
when I see the price chart, I see something happening. You know, I box it up. I look at the ATR, I look at my MACD, I look at how much of the market is already gone, how much is left within the ATR, and I buy my position. You know, basically that I look at my RSI, and I do use the CCI because RSI is very effective. But there are some times where you have the market experiencing a higher high, and then RSI will giving you some sentiment of a divergence. It usually happens with the RSI sometimes. So when it happens,
Okay.
we look at the CCI, and if the CCI is above a positive 100, should we be in a bullish mood? Then that gives us more confidence that the RSI was giving us just a higher low, a pulsing market, but not a divergence, and then we can still take our position. So basically, that's
Interesting.
we look at the market.
Yeah, Armand Shaya tried to teach me that because he uses CCI with RSI. So
Exactly.
Armand used to be in Lara a lot. So
Oh, I see. I see.
yeah, so you picked it up. So let me ask you this: with what's happened here in the last few weeks, do you have any biases or trades on the radar on a daily basis or so that you're excited about going into this going into the end of the year?
Going to the end of the year, trades that were taken today were just about the US dollar and about AUD by my staff. Now, for me, I cannot tell how the market is going. I'm sure some people can do that, but I cannot do that. I really look at what the market is saying now. I have my eyes on the euro dollar for next week. Okay, I believe that the euro dollar should be setting up to go long for next week. So I'm looking at it. The MACD is trying to get bullish. CCI is speaking. Okay, I'm looking at sometime maybe Wednesday to get the bias for a buy. However, if things changes, I'm going to change my position. So I usually say that I don't have more than a minute to guess of the market. I want to be in the market to make profit. But to say, well, the dollar is going to
that's fair.
In 500 or 120 or 110.
What's in front of you now?
Yeah. What's in front of me now?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure some people have the skill and the capacity to do that. Some people can understand the fundamentals and add it to up and do that. For me, all I have is a minute guess or an hour guess. I mean, here we are. I'm looking up to sometime Tuesday for me to get a good setup, CCR, RSI, MACD looking good. But however, if it doesn't work out and it goes to a short, I'm going to short. So I don't write a forecast. No, I don't write a forecast. Just looking at what's in front of me and how it's going to do well. So basically, that's how we look at the market. Over the course of a few weeks ago, we had very good Australian dollar where we had some very nice shots coming in for us to take. And that's how we pretty much look at the market. We are technicians. Oftentimes, people come with a lot of fundamental views, but I was mentored by a technician, and I like the technical part of the business. Fundamentals is too much information for me. I know people have used it. People can use it. So, I mean, when you listen to Lydia, she talks about she understands some of these things, but I'm just a numbers guy. I mean, so I look at what is in front of me.
So why don't we do this now, Raymond? Why don't you show your website or your blog or this is
amazing.
Time? Yeah?
Amazing.
Excuse me?
Well, this is my website. Yeah, this is my website. I call myself a glorified.
For how people could get a hold of you and follow you. There we go. So, do you have a website or a blog?
Yeah, I have a website. It's called Forex. The vision of this website is to help people accumulate money, make more money. That's the whole idea. It's taken from the word accumulation. So we just accumulate forex, and
Okay.
in Ghana. This is my direct phone number. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, for now we are glorified IB. I call myself, where we are in association with a number of brokers that gives us MT4 platforms to use. Basically, it's a website. We have a few articles here for myself and some friends of mine. And then this is my Twitter handle, Ray Avornyoh, and basically that.
Nice site.
So I was wondering,
what kind of account do you have to set up down there in Ghana to trade U.S. equities? How do you trade U.S. equities from there?
Now, we don't have an indigenous FX platform in Ghana. All brokers here or all IBs here rely on platforms from abroad. So if there's any platform, it's either FX Pro, TTCM, FXCM, Worldwide Market. Yes, we rely on these platforms. And then we wire either by Visa or bank wire to these platforms. Our market, as far as this is concerned, is yet to be developed properly.
Okay.
Now, getting
we can't wrap this without me asking you. We can't wrap this without me asking you. Were you able to wrap your head around this whole crypto thing and take advantage of it?
It's been running a lot, but my challenge was, cryptocurrency. That's BTC, Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin as the main cryptocurrency. It's growing. It's become very noisy. Even in Ghana, a lot of people are chasing just to buy from blockchain, whichever side they can buy it from. But from the chart perspective, I haven't bought any yet. The reason is that there's not enough quantitative data for me to work with. Back testing doesn't give me enough information. So I am sort of laid back a bit, yes, because I'm not able to back test much, because from 2009 or was it 2013 till now, there's not enough data. It has just been around the past 6 to 8 months. So there's not enough information for me to do any back test, because I want to back test my oscillators to get some numbers. Then I can apply my technical analysis to it. But for now, I'm flat. I don't have any positions in BTC. Maybe next year.
Okay.
I'll start trading some of it, but for now, I'm not having any positions.
It was nice talking to you today, Raymond. I'm glad that you're still on the journey.
Dale, you're a wonderful person. Yeah, it's not an easy journey. I mean, you get money and sometimes you get bent a bit, but it's part of the journey.
Yeah. So, and I'm glad that you're persisting, and looks like you're, paying it forward, helping others learn what you know.
Exactly.
And that's, to me, that's the most rewarding part of what I do, is helping others along and helping them avoid the landmines that I've stepped on in my life.
Exactly.
So
I think you make things. I think you make things very simple. If people can just follow you as a, they're going to stop the pain they are going through. All the landmines will be removed, because you see, when you have a mentor, you shorten the learning cycle and you take away pain. If you have a mentor, I had a mentor when I started very early, and it helped a lot. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people who come to listen to you shouldn't just listen, but should get closer and seek for mentoring from there. If they can get mentoring, I tell you what, within 1 year, a year and a half, they will start making consistent money. They need mentoring. A lot of people need mentoring. So I think that there should be an avenue that should be open for people to get direct mentoring from there. And you're an amazing guy, trust me.
Well, I'm still on the planet, right, bro? Because the life is fragile. Yeah. So anyway,
exactly.
Thank you for the testimonial and the commercial. And really,
thank you,
I think about you a lot, my friend. And for the duration, you are my trading warrior brother. So thank you so much for being here today. And may pips rain down on you, and your words teach and bless everyone you come in contact with, my friend.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
You're very welcome, Raymond. So, okay, everyone, that's a wrap. Hope you had a great week. Happy Veterans Day. I salute Blake Morrow and everyone else who had more courage than I to get in the line of fire. So, good hunting. And you know what I believe in, my friends. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. And I think that with some of the input this week, you have plenty of pips to count. Use a couple and sign up if you're not a member, and enjoy your weekend, and see everyone Monday for another great week. I have a great lineup of guests next week. Look forward to collaborating with each and every one of you. Enjoy your weekend.